so hungry.
Hey there, it is me, Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl, coming at you live from my house. Okay, it's not live, but I am in my house, and I am happy to be chatting with Jamie and Mikey. Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hi. It's live to us.
That's right.
It's live right now, and I've got my Judy the Time Life operator headphones. Only a very specific portion of the audience will get that reference.
That's right, though. I didn't realize you because you haven't been wearing headphones, and today you are. I feel more connected.
No, yeah, it feels so much better. I've been holding my phone to my ear, so I feel like I'm like calling my mom or something while I'm recording the podcast. But now I feel so professional.
Can we have the Zoom that we're looking at you at with be the photo for the podcast?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
If you want to subject the audience to that, go right ahead. I am excited about today's episode because, and I hope this is not like a weird subject, but we've been getting so many questions just because Hungryland is sort of shut down, but we're still sort of operating business as usual. Everyone is saying, how are you operating? What's next? When is the next magazine coming out? When's the next book coming out? All of the exciting things happening in our world. And we just said, you know what, why don't we just do a podcast about this so we can fill everyone in and tell everyone what we're up to and what's next for us. And so this is a behind the scenes at Hungry Girl episode. And I'm kind of excited about it.
Me too. It's like a love letter to our diehards.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say it's like a love letter to ourselves.
Well, that too. Dear self.
No, and there's a great interview in this episode too that I'm really excited about. So like I talked to Josh Takeman, who is the genius behind eBoost and also the guy who helped co-create with us Hungry Girl, Your Daily Bright Boost. So there's a fun little interview with Josh and I in this episode as well. So it's not just us talking about our stuff. It's someone else talking about our stuff too.
See?
There you go.
All right, well, before we dive in, what do you have, Mike?
Okay, TikTok is at it again. Okay, the latest craze from the TikTok world, frog bread. All right, so basically you just make a bread of any type, whatever you want, and you make it you mold it into the shape of a frog. So I was thinking, you're doing all these Facebook Lives, why don't we do a frog bread Facebook Live, maybe with the peanut butter blender bread or the chocolate chip banana bread? What do you think?
All right, first of all, I don't even understand. Like, how does something like frog bread happen? And what is it? I wouldn't even know how to shape a bread like a frog.
I know.
And then the flip side, we have one more thing to say. Our bread, we don't use enough flour to make it into anything. It would just be a big pool of blender. But a batter. Tell me, Jamie, what you're going to say about this frog shape?
I just feel like, couldn't they pick something easier than a frog? Like, I don't know, a dog, like a paw print? Like something that's easier. Like, I couldn't shape, if you gave me clay right now, I couldn't make it look like a frog.
I want to see a picture of frog bread because I don't even believe it exists.
I wonder if the the makers of pans, I don't know name a brand, whatever.
Oh, they're cute. We have to put some pictures up.
I wonder if they're starting to like manufacture molds of frogs so that people can make bread without having to be artistic about it.
Maybe. I mean, I am kind of artistic, so I'd be willing to give it a shot. But to be honest, like our bread doesn't usually use as much flour as most people's bread. So I would just do, they're cute. I am looking at them now.
What about,
I would probably.
What about doing the 3-ingredient dough? That would work.
He's not wrong.
It's a little sticky and soft, but look at that. Some of these are adorable. So I'm changing my mind. I want to make frog. I'll make bread out of flour and water, which is basically how I made clay when I was a child. And then I'll turn it into a frog, but I don't think I will ever eat the frog.
This is
what
my
the heck?
favorite.
That one's actually green.
Wait, and this one's literally just a frog sitting on a slice of bread.
Oh, that's a real frog.
Yeah.
I thought it was a mouse.
No.
This is upsetting me.
I like that one that was in the center. Kind of looked like challah, but frog bread style. Yeah.
Okay, so I think we should start by talking about recipe development during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are saying, well, how are you developing recipes, or how are you coming up with the recipes that you're doing on Facebook? And also, what are you eating at night? Are you creating things out of things that are in your fridge and your pantry, or are you specifically ordering foods to create the things that you're creating? And I think those are all good questions, and I wish I had a clear answer, but the answer is both. I mean, I think it's like a little of both. Like, I'll get a request. Someone said to me, I think you should make something out of cannoli filling. So I wanted to get some ricotta. So I order ricotta, and what shows up is like this huge tub of ricotta that we could all fit in together. Not quite as bad as the 25-pound bag of flour that I got. But then it started me thinking about how I can use the ricotta in a bazillion other recipes. So it also made me think at some point, I think the perfect app, and I think we've kicked this idea around in the past, but if we had a Hungry Girl app where you could type in like the 5 main ingredients that you have and what could you make out of those things, I would use that thing right now like there's no tomorrow. Don't you think it would be amazing?
Wow.
Absolutely, and we have kicked that idea around. But honestly, our search function is pretty good. So if you went there right now and you typed in chicken, teriyaki, cauliflower, you would probably get 4 or 5 different recipes using those ingredients.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
All right. At least one recipe.
I really need to. And then a lot of the recipes are also, they're like new versions of tried and true favorites. So if we know we have a concept that's worked, but we don't have this flavor or that flavor, there's a lot of things being developed like that. Or just like a trial and error thing, like how I created that cauliflower mug pizza. That was just me like seeing that there was some kind of a keto deep dish pizza that was like all cheese out there. And I was like, well, if I could do a combination of it and use cauliflower with some cheese and maybe a little bit of flour, you might get something good. So some of it's just like trial and error. And so I don't know, it just happens anyway. Anyway, we can get inspiration from anyone. So if anyone has any ideas, text them to Mike.
805-380-8075. Well, I should do it slower. Someone told me I talk too fast. 805-380-8075.
Wait, did you say 805-380-8075?
That's right.
Oh, good.
Is that right? Was that the wrong number? I thought I had it memorized.
I don't know. How do I know? It's the first time I ever memorized it. I was just proud of myself that I was able to parrot that back. So that is how recipe development happens. And then luckily, I think the thing that keeps me inspired is thinking about going live on Facebook, which I try to do 5 nights a week. And in my wildest dreams, I never thought I would do that because Jamie knows this. I'm the type of person that will sit and we'll kick around ideas in my office. And, Jamie and Gina, who runs our social media with us, will say, why don't you do more live videos? And I say, yeah, that sounds great. And then every day I say, I'm not going live. No, I'm not doing that. And so I don't know what got into me during this pandemic or why or how I've managed to do close to 40 videos already. I was like, I think I did like 2 seasons of a show.
Wow.
But
do you think you're going to continue to do it once we're back at the office?
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking that the other day, and then I saw some posts and some woman said, boy, I'm going to miss these when this is all over. And I was thinking, well, we don't have to miss them.
I know.
Maybe I'll still do them.
I
just
like
might
them.
not do them.
I feel like you're coming into our house at 5 o'clock. Like it's like, I don't know. It's a nice little bell on the end of the day.
I think I might continue at least a few times a week because why not? If people like it, why not?
One thing I love too about the recipe development that you're doing is that it's so helpful because I know like you are literally doing what we're all doing, which is reaching into our pantry, reaching into our fridge, seeing what's available and making something with 4 to 5 ingredients. It's so much better than if we were just running recipes that, we already had in the hopper. These are really, really relevant, helpful, safe at home recipes to make.
It's so true. And I didn't realize just how incredible Simply Six is, the book Simply Six. In fact, I don't think we spend enough time talking about it during this time because like I find myself looking in that book saying, wow, I hardly need any ingredients. I could make almost every single thing in this chapter. And I think right now is a good time to talk about it.
Yeah, now I kind of want to make that so they can go to hungry-girl.com/simply6 and on Amazon. I mean, the other day it was like 40% off. It's so great to get it on Amazon.
That's amazing.
I was just dreaming about that eggplant dish. I don't know if it's eggplant parm or naked eggplant. There's some eggplant dish in Simply Six.
Yeah, it's just layers of eggplant and cheese and sauce.
So
and it is amazing.
It's
funny that you bring that up because I had an Instacart order yesterday, and after it showed up, I was like, darn, I didn't get the eggplant.
Doesn't that always happen? As soon as you place your order, you're like, oh, I forgot the almond milk.
Always. 1,000,000%. And I'm still not going to stores. So next Instacart order, eggplant it is.
All right,
There you go.
we're coming over. Leave a serving on the porch for us.
You got it. And then a lot of people are wondering about the HG swag that I've been giving away on Facebook and on Instagram, and they want to know where to buy it.
Yep.
And just they're disappointed when they hear they can't buy the spoons or the mugs or the hats. And here's the bottom line. Most of those things were created as promotional items for different book releases. So when a Hungry Girl book comes out, we'll say like the first 1,500 people to prove that they ordered the book get this and that promo.
Mm-hmm.
And we always get extras because we like to have them and we like the staff to have them and we like to have them as giveaways. And that's why we're giving so many of them away. And then I feel so bad because people are like, can't I just send you money via Venmo, or can I just send you a $5 bill or a $10 bill in the mail? And it just doesn't work like that. And so the only way to win is to just be a part of those Facebook Lives, be in the audience, comment, and then you can hopefully get them. I wish I had a better answer.
Well, what if we did an exclusive giveaway for our podcast listeners?
Oh, that sounds great. So how do they win?
So here's what you do. You go onto your Facebook page, you post a link to the Hungry Girl podcast, which if you're not sure how to do that, we'll give you a link on the Foodcast page. But basically, wherever you get your podcast, copy the link. Post on your Facebook page, check out the Hungry Girl podcast, tag Hungry Girl, and make sure it is public so that we can see it. We're going to search those, and we will randomly give away mugs and measuring spoons to people who post to the podcast on their page.
That's amazing. What are we going to give away, like 5?
Sure.
Okay,
That
cool.
sounds great.
Yay. And then it's funny, we'll talk more about the magazine later, but I heard that the magazine actually is not sold out. They have more copies now.
I know, this is breaking news. We were told they were sold out online. So many people have been wanting to get their hands on the most recent magazine, and they are back, baby. They are back in stock. So we will definitely link you guys to that on the Foodcast page.
Yep. That's something I'm going to talk about on the Facebook Lives too. In fact, tonight, which is really yesterday, I love when this happens. Well, tonight, which is really 2 days ago, I made the peanut butter. I made the banana blender bread, and it was a great recipe, and still is. And I'm sure it's going to be great. I mean, it was great 2 days ago, so you should check it out.
Feel free to leave some at our door when you make it tonight after the live.
Wait, but it's not peanut butter.
Well, it's okay. I like banana too.
He'll put peanut butter on it. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's a great idea. So let's talk a little about your Daily Bright Boost. And by your Daily Bright Boost, I mean my Daily Bright Boost.
Well, it's mine too. It's all of ours.
Yeah.
It's yours and mine. It's yours, mine, and our Daily Bright Boost. So your Daily Bright Boost, for those of you who have not been living under a rock and have been paying attention to what we're doing, it's the new Hungry Girl vitamin drink mix. It's the drink that I drink every single morning. It's vitamins and minerals and collagen. You just add water, lots and lots of ice. In my case, I like to add Metamucil to it to get some extra fiber, but it's a delicious, tart, tropical drink that just makes me feel incredible. And I know, Jamie, you feel the same way. Like, describe a little how that drink makes you feel.
I love it so much, and I'm glad I don't have to give up coffee, because to me, it's not a coffee replacement. It's more energizing than caffeinating. Like, it just makes me feel really alert and focused. And I have been noticing, like, ask Mike, I have to cut my nails all the time because they're growing so much and they're so strong, and like my skin and my hair, like I'm a total convert, total believer. I have never had collagen before this, and now you could not wrestle it from my hands. I will have your Daily Bright Boost for the rest of my life.
And we've been hearing from people who've had the same experience. So it's been so important and such a part of my life. And I'm so glad that I get to share it with everybody now. And I thought it would be a great idea to bring Josh Takeman onto the show just to talk a little about his background and how we developed this product together. So you got to give this interview a listen. Hey, Josh, how are you?
I'm great, Lisa. How are you?
I am good. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this. It's really good to talk to you.
Well, it's always a pleasure to speak to you. I feel fortunate to be able to talk to you.
So why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself, like who you are, a little bit about your background, and how and why you started eBoost?
It's a very interesting story, but I moved to New York on a whim from from Southern California, from right there in Calabasas, and moved to New York with really no job. a friend's house to sleep on the floor, and had about, less than 5 friends. And I wanted to kind of like resume a career in the music industry. Music was always kind of my passion point. And when I was in LA, I'll call it a glorified internship at a hip hop record label, but I just loved it. So my goal was to move to New York and work in the music industry. And so I had an agency called Buzztone with an office in New York and LA. And I was doing it for like, 7 years. And it's service industry, so I was getting a little fatigued by it. And I had a client come to me and said he wanted to create a line of supplements targeting the multicultural audience. And I said, everything that you presented just isn't authentic. I don't think anyone will believe you. You're packaging wrong. The product that you want to come out is not aligned with what their interests are. I said, if you really want to go into this market in a big way and not be one of those supplement companies that appeal to, the bodybuilder that just walked out of Gold's Gym driving like a purple Ferrari, I said, we should tie in with this kid named 50 Cent. He's a new artist and he's ripped and he takes supplements and he lives by this stuff and he lives in the gym and people want to look like him. But then that just like created an idea in my head. And I was having lunch with one of my best friends and it's just like, well, why is there no like healthy energy products in the US? There's Baraka in Europe and there's a powdered product called Emergency that people take to kind of like get essential vitamins and minerals more like they take after they've been sick or starting to feel sick. I said, imagine if there was one product that really gave you all your healthy energy, all of your essential vitamins and minerals for electrolytes and recovery and hydration. And what is something that really gave you like something to make you alert and focus? And you kind of took what I personally needed every single day and put it into one product. And that was kind of the idea for this called super product. And thankfully, was just dealing with one of the largest players in the space, Mel. And so came back to him and pitched him the idea of creating that product, and he loved it. He said, that's a great idea. And felt like there was a white space in the market because it was a powder too. So it wasn't the expense and burdensome of having a beverage in a can and something that weighs so much and has to go on a truck and distributors. So we thought powder was an easy executable idea because it fits nicely in a little box and can ship anywhere in the country for an affordable price. And
So
it's easy to carry on you.
And that's the eBoost Super Powder. And that's what I fell in love with. And that's how we met. So I started drinking eBoost. I loved it. I fell for it. I started talking with you. I was intrigued by the brand and we decided to team up. But let's talk a little bit about the functionality behind your Daily Bright Boost.
Yeah, well, let's say that you didn't like eBoost at first because you weren't really paying attention when you took it the very first time.
You are so right. I mean, if I shared with the audience the email I sent you, I would be embarrassed. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, but the good news is you paid attention and you're like, wow, I actually do love this stuff and I do feel great. And you literally became our best customer. And so it was really organic on how we came to Bright Boost and partnering on this because you basically came in and stole all the best aspects of super powder, all the essential vitamins and minerals and then combined it with the other things that you thought were really important, like collagen and antioxidants. So it's kind of like you have the super powder to make you bright and beautiful on the inside and bright on the outside.
Mm-hmm. I think it's the best of all worlds, and I can't even explain how good it makes me feel. I drink it every single morning without fail, and I notice such a difference. And I'm thrilled that we were able to add that other stuff into it because I was like, why not? Why not add things that people are so excited about, things to make your skin better and your nails grow and your hair. So thank you for being such a good partner on that. And why, what made you excited to partner with us and to just do some kind of a collab with Hungry Girl?
Well, I'll tell you why. It's because it was so authentic, because you were so honest about it. Like literally it broke my heart when the first time I emailed and you're like, to be honest with you, I didn't really like it. And then when I dug deeper and asked you the questions, you're like, you know what, actually, I didn't really pay attention, but I'll take it again and tell you how I really feel. And literally by the time you had sent me an email, you had already went online and ordered some products. So I knew you were real. And just building, I would call it a friendship with you, and then your suggestions, and you're so passionate about how do you take this product and add other things that especially, my audience in the network of people that we talk to that are very important to them. Hair, skin, and nails, elasticity, those things. So it was really a true collaboration. I'm just like, well, why don't we just partner? You have an amazing platform. You have a really engaged audience, people that really trust you and believe you. You hold everyone to the highest standard, which you were incredible pain to work with on this process because you were such a perfectionist and just kept requiring changes and this. And we'd literally give you the same sample and you'd have 6 different comments after every time you tried it. But
Stop it.
Yeah, but seriously, when you pay that kind of attention, you're that passionate about it, it creates the best possible product.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that, and it was important to make it perfect. And the thing is, I love the way it tastes. I would drink this product even if it didn't make me feel as good as it does. But I want to talk for a minute about that because there are some people who taste it and they're like, well, I don't really know if I love the way it tastes. And it's not supposed to taste like Kool-Aid or Crystal Light. Like the idea behind it is that it's a functional beverage. And I think that's where some people get a little bit lost, that it's not a drink that you're supposed to drink with lunch or dinner necessarily. You can, but can we talk a little bit about a functional beverage versus another type of beverage? Because when I taste your Daily Bright Boost or eBoost, to me, it tastes so much better than the competitors. And those other drinks, you kind of think, well, I have to get it down because it's going to make me feel good. But this product tastes great. Let's just chat about that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you're talking about, I think in yours you have 15 vitamins and minerals, which 12 are like 100% recommended daily allowance. Like that is a huge slug of really essential vitamins and minerals. So the fact that, and this is what we worked really hard at, is to have no sugar and make it natural and put really good ingredients. But you're talking about something that's subjective. Anytime you flavor anything, whether it's water or you name it, there's a subjective aspect to it. Then you bundle in all these vitamins and minerals. So the fact that you made it actually taste as good as it does is a miracle. But sometimes people get confused. They expect it to taste like a soda or a soft drink or something that's got 30 or 40 milligrams of caffeine. And those are just completely different products. Those are products that you take for personal pleasure, not to get any type of nutritional benefit from. So the whole purpose of this product is a functional benefit driven product that gives you that all the collagen for the skin elasticity, hair, skin, and nails, essential vitamins for electrolytes, antioxidants, a really healthful lift of energy from the green tea and the fruit of the coffee cherry. So anytime I tell people, like, don't expect this to taste like a soft drink because it's a beverage and I list all the ingredients, they're always like, wow, this tastes way better than I would have expected, assuming all those things are in there. But if you give it to a person that only drinks Coke or Diet Coke and they think they're getting something like that, then it doesn't line up the way they expected it to because they didn't put it in the right category, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It totally does. And I also think it's a great value. Sometimes people will say, well, is it expensive or how much is it? But let's talk a bit about like what you get, like what bang you get for the buck, because to me, it feels like a bargain.
Well, like I said, if you went out and got, a vitamin C that's 100% RDA, a vitamin D, a zinc, a selenium, all those different ingredients individually, that would be fairly expensive. The fact that you took the best of all those essential vitamins and minerals and put it in one packet, it really comes out to be, it's cheaper than a cup of street coffee. The cheapest place that you could get a coffee, this is still cheaper. And this has all these great health benefits to it.
Yeah, and the collagen, because I know when I was adding collagen to my eBoost, I would buy that big can of collagen every month on Amazon, and that was really expensive. So to me, I know that it's definitely a money saver.
Yeah, it's got the economies of scale because you've really kind of combined it all into one product as opposed to separating it and having to take 15 different products to get the same benefit. And by the way, you forced us to use that clinical ingredient Verisol, which is an amazing collagen. And the fact that you still were able to hit that price point, putting in those clinical ingredients in there was really good.
Well, it's good. I really am. I'm glad I put the screws to you, Josh. Thanks for not letting me down. So I have been singing the praises of your Daily Bright Boost, and it's easy for me to just, of course, I created the product. It's my baby, and obviously with your help, and I definitely couldn't have done it without your eBoost because that's what was the catalyst for all of this, and those are the main ingredients. So let's talk a little bit about why we think people should try it and how they're going to feel. I say it all the time. I want to hear it from you.
I mean, it's really about every time I take your product or one of our products, I always feel great and do more. I just am more productive. I'm more aware. I'm more alert. I'm more proactive. My body feels great because I'm getting all those essential vitamins and minerals, which most people are shy of in their daily diet. It's hard to get a lot of those things, especially like B12 and vitamin D. So the fact that you make it all available in one tasty little packet, it's almost like a hack. And it's something that, I personally look forward to taking every single day. I know my wife, she actually switched over. I'm happy to say, actually, she's been drinking e-Boost so long. Once I got her to try Bright Boost, she's like, bring me home some more Bright Boost. I made the switch, especially because of the collagen, and she's a woman. So you've actually stolen one of our customers, but I'll let her come over to your side. And but it's just something that they really enjoy, and they really feel kind of a transformation after they take it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I have the energy of 4 people. I get up at 5 a.m. I'm walking so many steps every day. It's embarrassing. I won't even mention the number. I'm going live on Facebook every night, and people are always like, where do you get your energy? And it really is. It is from your daily Bright Boost. And I have you to thank for that 100%. And I want to take this time to apologize for not realizing how incredible e-Boost was the first time I tried it. So apologies for that. And thank you for sticking with me and for helping create this amazing product.
Oh, I'm so proud. I'm so happy to be in business with you. You're fantastic, and your team is great. And you just keep it real. Everything is about what you really believe is the best for you and for your peers.
Well, back at you in spades. And thank you again for being here.
All right. You too. Have a great one.
Okay. Well, that was good. Josh is, he's a fun guy, and I didn't realize what a hip hop dude he was. I feel so much cooler now that I'm in business with him. I had no idea. But the next thing that I wanted to chat about a little bit was Hungry Girl magazine. I know we touched a little bit about the fact that the winter issue is still on sale and that there are still copies, and that's exciting news. But there is another issue that's going to hit shelves in September. And we finished developing those recipes right before the pandemic, and the magazine is going to be packed with phenomenal recipes. How many recipes are in this issue, Jamie?
60 plus.
Wow.
60 plus. That's holy cow. That's a lot of recipes.
Basically half a cookbook.
Yeah, basically. And the magazine is so beautiful. Whenever I look at the magazine, I say, this is the best looking magazine I've ever seen. And then I feel weird saying that because it's our magazine. And I'm like, well, is that just us just bragging?
No.
And the answer is no.
It's objectively attractive.
And in this new issue, there are a lot of great things that I think people are going to love. One thing is intermittent fasting and how it has absolutely changed the way that I eat. And I have been intermittent fasting now since early December. I love it. And so there's a big story on that. There are, of course, a lot of amazing success stories from people who have lost a total of, I don't know how many hundreds of pounds in this issue. We don't even know.
They're amazing. It's some of my favorite success stories. They're just so inspiring.
And then how to stop overeating. There's a great story about that, and it's really helpful. 6 ingredient casseroles, really, really, really easy weeknight dinners, slow cooker comfort food. Why do people love slow cookers so much?
So easy.
I know. The slow cooker is like the MVP of the kitchen. So this magazine is packed. Have I missed anything, Jamie?
There's so much more. We couldn't even fit it all into this episode. But yeah, those are some great things. I love, love, love this magazine. And they're starting to do the recipe photo shoots this week.
And it'll be out, early September or mid-September?
Early.
Oh, yeah. So it'll be out just after Labor Day. Awesome. Okay, which leads me to the next thing on our agenda, which is the Hungry Girl book.
Yay! So
the
exciting.
Hungry Girl book. So exciting. This is book number 14.
Wow.
And I don't know if we have officially talked about the title or what is in the book. I almost said it the other day, and I'm going to say it now.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, it's called Hungry Girl, Fast and Easy.
Woo! Subtitle.
Now, am I the only one that thinks that sounds kind of dirty? It does, doesn't it? The book is not nearly as dirty as it sounds.
Didn't until you just said that.
Well, how could you not? Anyway, Hungry Girl Fast and Easy. It's basically a 30-minute or less meal book. So everything in there is 30 minutes or less. It's a lot of meals. There are one-pot meals and stir fries and salads and slaws and sheet pan meals. And then there are a lot of just like fun, like quick salad dressings and smoothies and anything and everything that you would want to just throw together. It's just like, it's classic. It's an instant classic.
Yes, there are so many 5-minute recipes, 10-minute recipes. I love, like, to me, it's almost like Simply Six 2.0. Like, Simply Six was the fewest ingredients possible, and now we have the quickest recipes possible. I love it.
How many peanut butter recipes?
Oh, Mike.
That's the first.
I don't know how many, but they don't take more than 30 minutes to make.
Yay. I made.
Mike, wait.
Sorry,
Wait,
I
tell
don't. This has nothing to do with anything except for me making a peanut butter thing that I've never done before. I pan fried a peanut butter and jelly sandwich over the weekend. I will never cook it any other way.
Did you put butter in? Was
Yeah.
it like
I was just going to ask.
so like
that.
grilled cheese, but
So,
grilled PB&J?
butter on both sides of of the pan, when you flip it, so it's on both sides of the bread, and just normal amount of PB&J. You only do it for like a minute on each side because the peanut butter will get too warm and watery, but it was perfect.
We might even have a recipe for grilled PB&J.
Really?
Let me see.
Really, now I'm getting hungry.
I wonder if I was channeling an old recipe that you had like made for me.
Yeah, you probably were. I guarantee that's what it was. Anyway, so the manuscript for the book was just turned in last week, and it'll be out in early January. So I couldn't be more excited.
I'm so excited. I feel like every time we say it's the best book yet, but it really is. It's so good.
It is. We have to figure out what the pre-order promo is going to be and what we're going to give away before this book comes out.
I feel like it should be mugs and measuring spoons. Wouldn't that be the best if you got both of them? I think people would go nuts. I would pay $15 alone for that. The fact that I get a cookbook too, crazy.
That is amazing. Definitely those measuring spoons, because I didn't realize just how popular those spoons were, but now they're even more popular.
Yeah.
I feel like people sort of glazed over originally when we talked about them, but now that people see them every night and how cute they are, everybody's going to want those.
I wonder if there are any being sold on eBay.
Oh wow! I didn't think about that.
Check that out.
All right, hang on.
If not, we
There's
should
going to be
start
like
selling
one
them.
copy of it. Wait, here they are. Hang on.
No, I remember taking that
Us.
picture.
Yeah, that's that's
I don't
on
know.
the
I think
podcast page.
like all the people who really like Hungry Girl are winning
Yeah.
the spoons, and I don't know if they would sell them, but they might have some unsavory characters in quarantine with them who steal them and sell them. Okay, well, is that all we have? Is that everything?
Any other recipes coming soon?
Yes. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm thinking about for this week. I know that I have another sort of pizza. I'm thinking of like an air fryer spinach pizza burrito.
Ooh.
And I know that's gonna be coming up. I have all the ingredients. That's gonna be coming up later this week. And then I want to make a version of this dish that my mom made when I was growing up. She was like obsessed with making this dish that was loaded with pasta and Velveeta and cream of celery soup and ground beef. And I think at some point we had a Hungry Girl version of it early on with shirataki noodles. But I'm gonna make a new version that uses some kind of like a super healthy veggie packed pasta with like broccoli slaw or veggie noodles.
It sounds so
and it's going to be out of this world.
Wow.
It's going to be total comfort food. So that's definitely in store for the near future.
Now I have something to look forward to.
How's Penny? Is she okay? Because she's not barked once
She
during
is
this episode.
sleeping like a little angel on my lap.
We told her she'd get a long W after this podcast if she stayed quiet. So
W.
Did you give her some melatonin?
W is a WALK. We
Yeah.
can't say it or she'll perk up.
yeah.
I know. I was spelling the word BALL. I'm on speakerphone with my sister, and I'm like BALL because my dogs go nuts if I say that word. And my sister starts talking out loud, saying, "But what about this ball and that ball?" And then I guess she didn't know she was on speaker, but the dogs went crazy.
That's funny.
All right. Well, that about wraps it up. This has been another super fun episode of Hungry Girl Chew the Right Thing. I especially like them during this time because I get to see you guys on Zoom, and that's fun. And so far, I love my new headphones.
They're very
I'll definitely
cool.
Please take a
photo.
picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
will.
Okay.
You guys already have you guys look like Princess Leia with your headphones. All right. Well, we will see you soon. I am Lisa Lillian, also known as Hungry Girl. Till next time, chew the right thing.